Every year around this time, people will start saying that new year will be my year, or new year, new me. But what if, just this time, you wouldn't stop waiting for the new year to come to change? What if you change before the new year comes? Because let's be honest, time will not reset you. Dates don't heal, and the calendar flipping won't magically erase what's in your heart. If you want the new year to feel different, you have to become someone new before it arrives. And that's what I want to talk about today. Not resolutions, not goals, but rebirth. The art of closing one chapter, not because it's ending, but because you have outgrown it. And that's very beautiful. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alex and I'm trying to help you to reach your goals while I'm also trying to reach my goals. So in this video, we're gonna talk about why we resist reinvention, why we feel stuck right now, the psychology of reinvention, the spiritual side of it, the practical reinvention guide. So stay with me till the rest of the video. Why we resist reinvention? Let's be real, most people do not change because it's uncomfortable to be a stranger to your old self. It's terrifying to admit that I don't fit in the old version of me. We're clinging to familiarity, to our stories, roles, and old wounds. Because at least they are known to us, at least we can predict them. In the unknown, it feels like a death to our ego. But the truth is, reinvention always starts with the death of your ego. The moment you stop defending your past and start imagining your future, something inside of you will crack. The illusion that who you have been is all you can be. That's why so many people keep reliving this cycle. Same pattern, the same heartbreak, because they're addicted to stories that are even expired. You can't step into the new season wearing your old mask. And I know it sounds poetic, but it's literal. Your brain builds neural pathway that expect the same reactions, same emotion, and same identity. Reinvention means that rewiring your brain that you can be somebody else. That's why this feels so heavy. You aren't just changing your habits, but you're also changing your identity patterns. Why you feel stuck right now? You probably feel like you want to change, but something inside of you is pulling you back. It's not weakness, it's emotional attachment. Your nervous system is wired for something that's familiar to you, even if that familiarity really hurts you. You've made peace with the pain because peace itself feels foreign. And that's why every time you try to start fresh, something sabotages it. A thought, a fear, a comfort loop. Your mind says that who are you to change? And your body says that we survived this. Do we really have to change? And why risk it? But the fact is that you aren't here to survive anywhere. We aren't here to survive our lives. We are here to live our lives. We're here to expand. So reinvention means that letting go of the identity that lets you or helped you to survive, stepping into the new identity that will help you to thrive. To do that, you need to accept one truth. The version of you that once protected you isn't the version of you that will free you. The psychology of reinvention. So psychologically, identity is a loop of a belief, a behavior, a result, and then reinforcement cycle. Most people think that confidence or change starts with a belief, but no, it starts with only taking the action. When you act different, even before you feel ready, your brain takes a note. It says, maybe this is who we are now. And that a small action will actually build evidence. Evidence will create the belief. Belief fuels behavior. And suddenly you have entered the reinvention loop. That's why change feels fake at first. And it's supposed to. Because you're interrupting your old loop that your brain made over the years. The discomfort you feel isn't a proof that you're failing. It's a sign that your system is actually recalibrating at this point. Neuroscience actually shows that identity isn't fixed and is past. Brain will literally wires around the thoughts, actions that you repeat most often. If you repeat limitation, it will reinforce the limitation. If you repeat courage, it will reinforce the freedom. So which one are you repeating and reinforcing? Let me know about it in the comments. I would like to hear about them. So now let's get to the spiritual side of it. So now let's get deeper, because the reinvention isn't just psychological, but actually it's spiritual as well. Every soul has cycles of expansion, contraction, stillness, and rebirth. If you're in space where nothing feels aligned anymore, that's not failure, that's your soul whispering, it's time to shed the old skin. Reinvention doesn't mean that throwing away your past self. It means integrating. You aren't deleting who you were. You're absorbing the lessons, the pains, the beauty, and turning all of them into the power. Spiritually, this means that you're stopping identifying yourself as what has broken you and begin to embody what is building you. That's where real alignment starts. Not with chasing something new, but by remembering who you are before the world told you who to be. And when it comes to that, to essence, to truth, you stop chasing identity and you start embodying that. You stop trying to prove and you start being. The practical reinvention guide. So finally we are here. Let's get practical. Okay, so how you actually can reinvent yourself. Not as a quick fix, but as a way of life. Because transformation isn't just waking up one day and feeling brand new. It's about consciously becoming the kind of person your future self will thank you. Reinvention happens quietly in layers, through small but consistent shifts that start rewiring how you think, speak, and act. So here's how I would break it down. First, detach from the past identity. Most people never change, not because they can't, but because they keep defending who they used to be. You will hear them say, I've always been like this. I'm just not confident. I'm not the type of person who can do that. But here's the truth. Those aren't facts. Just the stories that they tell themselves to just fool themselves. And let them. If they want, let them. Those are just stories they have told themselves so many times that their brain has actually labeled them as our identity. So to reinvent yourself, first you have to release, to be consistent with your old self. That's hard, but because your ego loves consistency. It equates change with danger. But you can't step into new version of you if you're gonna stay loyal to your past version. Start catching yourself in moments of old self-talk. Like, oh, I always mess things up. I'm good at relationships. I can't focus. I can't manage my time. I wish I could have done that. When that happens, just pause. Don't argue, just notice. Then reframe gently. I used to be like that, but actually I'm learning something new. And this isn't fake, this is just neuroplasticity in action. Your brain starts to rewire it around new narrative the moment you repeat it with awareness. Second, audit your energy. Reinvention isn't just mental, but also it's energetic. You can't build a new self while you're constantly feeding what drains you. Who do you feel small around? What situations did make you feel anxious, disconnected, and heavy? What habits left you numb rather than nourished? The goal isn't to label people or things bad or good. It's to recognize what you have outgrown. Every version of you vibrates at a certain emotional frequency. When you grow, your energy changes. What felt once comfortable might feel like constricting. And that's not regression. It's growth signaling you to move. Start setting small energetic boundaries. Don't over-explain yourself when you feel misunderstood. Protect your peace. Don't seek validation from people who haven't met the new standards of your self-awareness. Don't chase belonging into the rooms that your growth will feel like a threat to them. When you claim your energy, you will actually claim your power back to direct it to who you are becoming. So in this way, basically, you aren't running on saving battery mode. Third, rebuild rituals. So your identity isn't built through major events, it's actually built through the repetition. Every day, every choice, you're casting a vote for who you believe you are. Want to become more grounded? Create a morning ritual that centers you before the world pulls you in. Want to become more disciplined? Commit to one habit, not 10. Do not overdo that. Just commit to one, only one. And master keeping the promise to yourself. And you can also see how confident you become when you start just acting on it and staying consistent on it. Want to embody calm confidence? Practice silence before reacting. Small rituals aren't just routines, they're psychological anchors. They tell your brain, this is what we do now. And that repetition becomes a behavioral loop that forms your new identity. So here's the key. Don't make your rituals about punishment or perfection. Make them about alignment. Ask yourself, what habits reflect the person that I want to become? Then build your days around it one at a time. Even simple acts like journaling, stretching, choosing nourishing food, speaking kindly to yourself, rewire your nervous system to feel safe with your new identity. Fourth, speak differently. Language is very powerful. It shapes thoughts, and thoughts will shape your behavior. If you want to change your life, you have to change your vocabulary. Stop using words that anchored you to your old self. I can't, I'm bad at, I'm always, and replace them with possibility words. I'm learning, I'm becoming, I'm practicing. You aren't lying to yourself. You're just teaching your brain to perceive growth instead of limitation. And it goes deeper. How you speak to others will actually shape your energy too. Constantly narrate your struggles, you will reinforce them too. If you start narrating growth, you reinforce them instead. And that's beautiful. Speak from where you want to be, not as delusion, but as a declaration. This doesn't mean that everything is perfect. It just means that I'm figuring it out instead of saying I'm falling apart. The word you use will actually build the architecture inside of your brain. So make sure it's the beautiful house that you want to live in. Fifth, let silence work. So most people think that reinvention means constant action, but real transformation happens in stillness. Silence is where your new version starts to speak. When you slow down enough to just listen, you will notice what's not aligning with you anymore. You will hear your intuition whisper things like, this isn't for you anymore, or it's time to just move. Take the leap. Silence doesn't mean doing nothing. It just means that creating space between stimulus and reaction. So you can respond with wisdom instead of repetition. You have to stop being addicted to the noise. Social noise, mental noise, or emotional noise. You can't download your next version if you never log out of your current one. So if you have made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And just know that this isn't about becoming perfect, but it's about becoming more aligned. So before this year ends, give yourself the permission to end the chapter that's already over, emotionally, mentally, energetically. Because if you walk into the new year with the same identity, you will replay the same story with new dates. You don't have to wait for January 1st. You don't need permission. You just need a moment right now, right here, just to say, I'm ready to become who I have always wanted. And maybe this time you won't wait for the world to change first, because you already have. And I'm very glad that you've made it this far to this video. So let me know down below in the comments if you're trying to become a new version of yourself for the new year. And thank you so much again for watching the video, and make sure that you like the video, please, and also subscribe to the channel. And here's my Instagram down here. I will be much more active there, and I will be posting daily so we can be in contact more. And until the next video, I see you again. Bye bye.